Trust. Dependency. Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. Pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you love me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there.
Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Good evening, y'all, and welcome to another episode of PGC After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties. And this is our second episode of the Love, Laughter, and a Little Bit of Shit Talking series. And we're talking about can I get to the yams, foreplay, and intimacy during the holidays, because we still need a little bit of loving while we putting that shit in the oven, okay?
Okay. I like that.
But good evening, y'all. Let's see, let me fix that. It look like I'm floating or something. But good evening, y'all. We are talking about can I get to the yams tonight, okay? And it's going to be a really great conversation. I think this will be a different one because we haven't done a conversation that was strictly geared towards the holiday season or anything like that when it came to intimacy or foreplay and things. So I think this is going to be a really good conversation.
Period.
What you think, Ayla?
I agree. It's going to be a really good conversation because I don't think a lot of people are talking about intimacy around the holidays. It's so much about like the cooking, about the shopping and everything else. But at the same time, while y'all eating them yams, are you getting to the yams? And are you eating the yams off the yams? Like, what are y'all doing?
Yes, Ayla. Are you eating a yam off the yam?
Eat them yams off the yams. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Period.
I love it.
But if you are joining us for the first time tonight, I am your host, none other than Leah Rochelle. And we got the aunties in here with me. We got Auntie Ayla, aka Coach Coco, in this thing. And then we got Auntie Joy up in here with us tonight.
Hey, y'all.
If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead and post up in them comments, say something, say hey, say a little something. So
Come on, we won't bite.
What up, Pablo? Hey, Mama Ayla.
Hi, Mama.
He said Coco looking like the bougie auntie that come around on the holidays giving all the kids $1.
I do that, but I don't give them $1. I give them the $2 bills because I want them to feel special.
That's my brother. My brother does.
I was about to say, my brother he did that last Thanksgiving for my kids. Gave them all $2 bills. It was our first.
That's an uncle thing,
and it was great. Mm-hmm.
That is.
I get it from my dad. He used to do that all the time, so that's who I get it from.
That's cute. Yeah. So let's hop into this conversation, okay? A lot of the times around the holidays, we get super bogged down. One, a lot of us are working overtime. A lot of us are working like super overtime. A lot of us are focused on purchasing all the groceries, all the gifts, all the things, prepping for travel, making sure we got space for people if we're not traveling, but people are traveling to us. There are so many different dynamics or of things that we're working on or focused on that we somewhere along that line between, I'm going to say, Halloween, because that's when it pick up. That's as soon as Halloween, they be ready to turn on Mariah Carey Christmas music.
Look, it's Costco already had Christmas trees and stuff up. I'm like, it's the beginning of October. How we get
Dollar
here?
Tree had them up. Yeah,
Dollar
Dollar
Tree had
Tree
them
had it
all
up
up.
right soon as right before uh Halloween.
Mm.
They had it up before Halloween, so um yeah. So I'm gonna say Halloween is the turning point for the holiday when people start getting in gear, working at overtime, doing all of the other stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
how do we navigate that and get to a space where we're like, okay, making intimacy a priority, making our partner a priority, but making ourselves a priority too during the holidays? How do we do
Mm-hmm.
that? How do
Eliminating the
we do that?
stresses.
Huh?
Eliminating the stresses of the holiday.
But how?
Orgasm. I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there, like orgasm.
Facts. I'm with you
Okay,
when you right, Ayla.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat orgasm, some pleasure. Like, because I think we know that when the holiday season come around, right, we're going to eat, drink, and be merry. And for the ones that smoke, you're gonna smoke. For the ones that don't necessarily smoke, but you'll do it edible too, you're gonna do it edible. You're going to do those things. We know that. But outside of that, like you said, as far as us being like for us that are either single or the ones that are in relationships, what are y'all doing to keep the spice going during the holiday when it's causing, because the holidays can cause a lot of drama, a lot of stress. People, not all families get into fights, you know what I'm saying, at the holiday, but it's possible. It didn't happen. I done seen a few fights, break down because you got somebody, throwing a little shade here and there. Or the spades table. We talked about that the other day.
We
The
talked
spades
about the
table
space
gets
table.
serious.
Space table gets
So
real.
it
Hmm.
gets real. So it's
I had to
like,
set new rules for my space table for Friendsgiving this year. We
oh,
not
what was that?
we ain't talking shit. Like, I mean, we can talk shit, but y'all gotta be kind. Y'all can't be abusing people. Sometimes it goes too far. There's shit
Oh,
talking and there's abuse, right?
yeah,
So
I get you.
talk shit, but don't abuse nobody. We not
Like
doing that.
saying, oh, you couldn't see that damn spade right there because you're cockeyed.
Well, I
And
mean,
they really are
that's just shit
cockeyed.
talking. But I mean, like, sometimes people go below the belt. Like, when you hear, do y'all see black people talk about this on social media where some people don't play and they be like, no, that's violent. So they don't even know how to play. They're not interested.
I
They
did
want
see
to
that.
learn and so I don't want that kind of energy. But we gonna have a good time. We can shit talk, but just be kind.
All
So
day. All day.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with you with the finding like the sexy ways to do it. Like ooh. So I saw something the other day and it was like a game that you like, how like when you be watching Christmas movies or whatever.
hmm
And so it's a drinking game. So for the drinking game, it's like every time you see a Santa hat, you take a shot or you take a drink, something like that. So you got the drinking game. Or they
that
put the
would be
Santa
really
hat
cute to play with your person too.
that you could play that with your person, or you could put the hat
Mhm.
on the TV. And when you put the hat on the TV, every time the hat look like it's on somebody's head because they position a certain kind
Because
of
they
way, so it look
turn
like it's
this way or that
yeah,
That's
they
way.
turn that
cute.
way, and it look like it's on somebody's head. Then you take a shot. You know what I mean? Um, Dice games, like card games or whatever. Just have like a little game night, but it's a sensual game night. Just stuff like that to just make sure, like the night before, while y'all are cooking, if y'all are cooking, right? And while y'all are cooking, like throw on some music, get some wine going, and set a vibe while y'all cooking. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Put on some boy shorts and some heels or something. He just have on
Now I
some
ain't putting on no
boxers.
goddamn heels.
I was about to
I'm,
say I
I'm
ain't cooking in no heels now.
I ain't cooking in no heels.
But
this is for the women. This for the
You
women
gonna
who
get
do.
these knee high socks. Okay, is
there
that
Okay,
you
what the knee
go.
high
girl,
socks, the
and
thigh
is
high socks?
And some boy
and
shorts.
is
Facts. You can
and
get
some boy
that.
shorts and a short
Hmm.
shirt, and then he can have on like a apron and boxers, and that's it.
Come
And
on.
y'all just in the
Yes.
kitchen vibing.
Apron and boxers. But you know what, Ayla? I'm glad you said that. I was thinking, Leo, when you asked that question, I think that especially when we get into relationships, and we're trying to like merge ourselves and our upbringing and all our stuff with our person, and we got to figure out who house we going to, if we hosting it. It's like a lot. It's a lot. And we tend to not have those conversations, right? But we have all of these silent expectations. And it can get really rough around the holidays. So I think it's important, like, for you to, one, get clear about what you want and what feels good to you around the holidays. Communicate to that to your person. Y'all talk about it, and then work on like creating what feels good for y'all. And then that'll maybe bring down some of the stress that comes with like trying to meet all of these expectations that we have around the holidays. And that'll make it easier to bring that romance, to be able to cook with them boy shorts and them thigh high socks and that apron in the kitchen, right? And create that vibe, because y'all have communicated and y'all know that y'all on the same page. And like, this is how we do the holidays. So figuring out what the joy and the love and the warmth of the holidays feels like for you individually and y'all collectively. And then, yes, the Yams, we getting it all season
I
long.
think too, during the holiday, a lot of people aren't focused on the holiday, because a lot of people are dealing with trauma, a lot of people are dealing with family drama, and a lot of things that are surrounding the holiday, grief, and all those kind of things. So a lot of our people don't even have the opportunity to focus on like get into the yams, because they're so focused on navigating this grief, navigating all of these thoughts, all of these emotions and whatnot. But I think one of the things that we have to do before we can even get to the yams is be honest about where we are mentally, be honest about where we are emotionally, be honest about those things, because the more we are honest about those things with our partner and to our partner, then that opens up a door for more conversations to be had, so that we can be like, you know what, baby, I really don't, I'm really not in the mood for sex, but I would love to cuddle with you. I would love to hold hands with you. I would love to lay here and watch some movies with you. I would love to give you a massage, or you rub my feet, or whatever the case may be, because sometimes that's all you need is to lay across his lap and get that booty rubbed on. You know what I'm saying?
It's the booty rub for me.
Listen, I need one so bad right now. I can't.
Yeah.
Yes, I might pay for it. I need to find a masseuse. Who was that guy on Instagram that was doing the I don't even
the hunching on the neck?
No, not the hunching on the neck.
It's the black guy. It's the black guy.
Yes. And I'll be looking at that, I'm like, that's a lot. But right now,
the little I thought you was talking about that little Chinese man.
No, the hunching on the neck. No, I don't want no parts of that, because you're not about to walk up my back.
I'm like, wait a minute now, Joy. That's a little deep.
I don't want that.
That's a little deep. But yeah, I think those kind of things are more of a realization when you do recognize and can kind of do a self check-in and really say, no, I am in need of a little more of intimacy and not just hunching. I need that intimacy. I need your care and love, and then tell them why. Don't just tell your person you don't want to hump. I don't want to hump. Like that's where the disconnect comes in. Right, that's where the disconnect comes in. That's where the lack of trust and lack of understanding comes in. If you're not in that mood, tell me why. Baby, I'm really not in the mood because I feel like I'm grieving. I'm stressed. It's been a lot on my mind. I miss my this, or whatever the case may be.
Or I remember how crazy your mama talked to me last year, and you didn't say nothing to her.
I'll see. Yeah, I ain't never had that, but that too.
So maybe, and I'm not necessarily speaking from personal experience, But I hear,
No, I'm just saying, nah, dang, damn,
but
I
like,
ain't even
and it
think
might not
about
be your
that.
mama, maybe it's your sister or your, you know what I'm saying? But like those family dynamics can get tricky. And a lot of times we hold a
True.
lot of anxiety around all of that. And maybe it's not your partner's family that's tricky. Maybe it's your family.
Your own family, right?
Feeling anxious. Now I am talking about myself. You feeling anxious about those interactions, right? And so maybe I don't, because I'm in my head about like, oh shit, tomorrow's Thanksgiving and I got, you know what I mean? Saying all of that stuff too. And then maybe your person can be a buffer or can better like support you or be a shield, so to speak.
A safe space.
That communication is important.
For them to be like, hey, not too much on my girl.
Not too much. Matter of fact, not at all.
Not at all. Relax.
Relax.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
I
Cause
can truly say
it's nothing like a man doing that.
I've never had to
What you
navigate
say,
those kind of situations
Mm-hmm.
where the family dynamic was messy on either end. Like I've never
Yeah.
had to navigate those kind of situations. I'm super grateful for that simply because I know how families can be messy. I know how situations can be and how they can unfold unexpectedly, and then you standing there like,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm finna whoop your mama ass, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
You know,
you better
um,
get her. I know
Like,
that's
cause
in
luckily,
your
I don't
heart.
want to. Been a minute since I threw hands, but I never forgot how
listen,
to throw them.
I'm like, muscle
luckily
memory.
my ex's mom and I had our own relationship. So I was cool. You know, it was like, come on in here. And, you know, because if I would have came in there acting otherwise because they had family there, she would have called me out on it. Like, she literally is
Mm-hmm.
still still my Facebook friend to this day. She be on there talking about my daughter this, my daughter that, and all of that. Still be trying to invite me to stuff. And I'd be like, Ma, you know, just slap me a plate out the door. Cause put me a little caramel
Yeah.
cake on a plate and I'ma slide
Please.
by.
Save it. I'll pick it up the next day.
Listen, I come get it tomorrow, but
Mm-hmm.
she definitely is one of those. But it's a lot of mothers who aren't able to disconnect from their sons and give their sons girlfriends or wives their
Be a
just
whole
due.
wife.
Yeah,
And
A
mama
whole
yeah,
wife.
is disrespectful.
A
yeah.
whole wife.
They
Like,
can't.
this is my
They
whole
don't know how to
husband now,
respect
ma'am.
them. They don't know how to communicate with them. They don't know how to connect or bond with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Don't
like,
even want to.
I don't want
yeah,
to.
They ain't even interested in learning.
that's
Yeah.
wild.
So,
Dear
Cause they
future
jealous,
babe,
and that's very
okay.
sad.
Dear
Cause they
future babe, go on and check your mama now, okay?
please let her know. Let Miss
Cause
Mamas know.
that is wild.
Cause I'm gonna respect her, and I'm gonna respect her. I'm gonna be cordial. I'm gonna do all of those things. But what I'm not gonna do is allow what should not be happening is being allowed to be disrespected, just
Yeah.
because of whatever she feels. Like, this is how my mama is. No, 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 no. That's how your mama is with y'all or whoever else. She ain't got to be like that with me. She's
yeah,
making
she
that
ain't
choice.
gotta be like that, period.
She don't
Like,
have to be like
y'all,
that at
if you
all. She's making
accept,
a choice to be like that.
yes, what you accept is what you will get. And you set some boundaries. Like, you don't get to, I don't have relationships in my life with anybody. I just had this conversation with my very own mom. I'm not gonna have passive aggressive communication with you.
Yeah,
I'm just not. I love
yeah.
and I want to communicate with you, but I'm not gonna do it in a passive aggressive way. So we can communicate assertively and with love and respect, or we're not going to.
Okay, mama.
Mother,
Yeah.
mother.
She
Oh,
said
Ayla,
sleep,
don't act
eat,
like you don't know.
smash, sleep, watch a movie.
Don't do
Okay, in
that.
that order.
You know Mama Ayla in the end. I love that for her. I aspire. Okay.
And then my car situation. Hey, my car situation. Put all feelings to the side and just show each other how we appreciate one another while we are here. And then
Yeah.
they said they be mama's boy, the mama's off water boy. Absolutely.
Not off
Hovering.
water boy.
Hovering. Okay. Hovering. And then attached. Like some of them are truly, truly attached to their sons in an unhealthy ass way.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. It's the unhealthiness of being a attached to your son. It's kind of like you attracted to your son. Like,
When they become the man of the house.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had it's been probably 2 years ago, situation with my son. So my son is 20 now. So he's probably 18. Maybe he was 19 at the time. But he and his girlfriend had like dinner plans. And so I called and I was like, hey, I'm taking the girls out to dinner. Why don't you come with us? And he's like, okay, well, I got my girlfriend with me, whatever. I'm like, oh, she can come too, whatever. I'm gonna take us all out to dinner. So they met us there. And then I find out during dinner that he had actually had plans to take her on a date. Like they were gonna go to dinner, but he didn't say anything to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, listen, and I said it in front of her to make sure that she heard me. Don't ever. All you had to do was say, Ma, I had plans to take her to dinner. We got a date. I ain't got nothing else to say. Go do your thing. Like, don't you let me call you and uproot all your plans.
All your
And
plans,
now she
yeah.
got to change with her. Like, no, I'm like, she's probably wildly uncomfortable. Right. And probably a little bit disappointed because this is the first time they were like gonna go to dinner. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, don't. Even as your mom, don't ever let me trump the plans that y'all had. And that's just his girlfriend. And they young, right? But I respect, like, he's got his own life. He's gonna have his own relationships. It's absolutely inappropriate for me to be like, hey, no, stop what you're doing. Come and do what I'm asking you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hard no.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of mothers that are like that simply because they don't know how to function or do anything because their sons were always the man at
Yeah.
home or whatever. So, ooh, 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 ooh. So,
Boy.
that's a lot.
That
Like,
was that was that.
Yeah.
We did. We
that's
dropped
a
into the
lot to
weekend.
even think about when it comes to like even getting to the holidays. Like,
Mhm.
all of the family stuff, and then most of the people end up looking like this at the holiday at the table.
It's always somebody who ends up crying.
And there's somebody there like this in somebody else's ear.
Talking
Cause they be in
shit.
there talking shit, talking cash shit to each other.
Boy.
And
And they be talking about shit that
honestly,
happened in 1992.
for
Girl.
real.
Everybody lived nothing down. Like they been three different people since 1992. You still,
7.
boy,
And you keep bringing it up.
And
cheap.
it's somebody mama, somebody somewhere in the house, confused
It's the little
as
bonnet for me.
hell.
The
Who the
little
hell got that little ass bonnet?
It's the bonnet on the brain and then
It's
the
the
bonnet on the
the
head.
bonnet on the brain. Oh
I
shit!
got to protect my brain. But I'm
Listen,
gonna
I
take this
got
out
to.
real quick while I scratch my head.
that
But it is a lot of confusion around the holiday time. But we want to make sure like you and your boo is putting all that shit to the side, okay? Put that shit to the side and pull her panties to the side, okay? Do
oh
some other
Pull the
things.
panties to the side.
Do some other things, even in the midst of the stress. Somebody has to be cognizant enough, aware enough to say, you know what? Come here. Like, meet me up. Meet me over here.
meet me over
You
here.
know,
Yeah.
and then
I
like
want
Maybe I
you
my
got a
person.
say,
signal. Maybe it's a little neck
It's
kiss.
a little signal, yeah, like a cracking of the neck,
And then tell
something
her
like that.
I'm about to go to the bathroom. Meet me in there in 5 minutes.
Come on, cause I want my
text,
future
send that
person
little
to
text
know
message.
I'm completely fine with leaving the family festivities and going to the vehicle, the bathroom, the basement. Like I'm completely fine with that.
Just make sure if you go to the bedroom that it ain't nobody's baby on that bed. Y'all know
Yeah,
at
that
family
part.
gatherings, it's always
It's
somebody's
always
random
some
baby on the
kids
somebody
bed.
baby
sleep, some
sleeping.
toddlers or a baby sleep on the
A
bed.
random baby
Please
on the
check
bed.
your surroundings.
Right, right.
No traumatizing of the children.
Don't traumatize nobody's child, and make sure y'all move the coats out the way, because
Move, please.
Cause don't
move the
nobody want
coats
your secretion on the coat. But
on the coat.
that's why I said the bathroom or the basement or
Mhm.
the car, because
Car.
at least those areas, like, you don't have to have the risk of somebody like popping in or whatever. You just get what you need to get that done, and then come on back.
That door. Mm-hmm.
They be like, we need some ice. We'll go get it.
That's right. There you go.
We gonna go get the ice. Come on, baby, let's go get the ice.
Mhm. That
Be
part.
gone 40
I like
minutes. The ice
that.
that melted all over the floor.
45 minutes later.
Yeah, always. Grocery store was
45
crowded.
minutes.
You know, it's a natural excuse on the holiday. Take a long time getting the ice. All good.
We had to go. We had to go to 4 gas stations. We had to go to 3 Walgreens.
Look, drive all the way
Because
across.
Walgreens is always open. Okay, Walgreens
Is
is
it? I
always
feel like this one
open.
by my house is always closed.
Well, on the holidays, they usually like a go-to place that you can like pop in
Get
there and
stuff.
get a little cranberry sauce, get some, brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other stores be closed, but make sure like intimacy and your connection with your person is one of the top priorities. The food is a priority, the people are a priority, but y'all are the people. Y'all are the ones that have to set the tone for how everything is navigating and everything is working within that space and within that environment. So make sure that
Mm-hmm.
even while y'all with y'all family, y'all up here texting each other, saying little shit. And then y'all know how y'all get them text messages when y'all in the crowd of people and you looking at your phone and you like
Mm-hmm.
all of that.
Stick that
All of
tongue
that.
out.
Yes, because flirt with me from the other room.
Please.
Girl, sit next to me and text me, okay? So I can still be sitting up here making them faces like, boy, you
Move,
said
move,
what?
move your invisible hair behind your ear, like, okay.
Girl, for
But you mean
real.
like after this?
Boy,
After
what?
this?
Excuse me.
And flip it back.
Mm.
Boy, what?
Come on here, Flip.
You said what? Because we're going to this car right now.
Listen,
You ready to go?
but
'Cause we
look,
can go.
don't mess around and like flirt with me, sext me the whole time for hours while we with the family, baby. When we get home,
And people forget that part too.
Mm.
Like, it does not have to be that we flirt and then we go find somewhere. We could be flirting the whole time.
let
The
it build
whole
up.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, however long we at mom and them house. Cause however long we there, that's what we gonna be talking about. And we texting, we going back and forth, we flirting, we chit chatting, all of that good stuff. Baby, understand the motor is running.
Running. It's
Running.
it's oily. Yes, nice and moisturized. It's heated up. It's warm.
Lubricated.
Lubricated.
Okay.
That's the word I want.
Efficiently.
Yes, Leo.
Efficiently lubricated.
Mm.
Cause understand, like, you are about to be my Thanksgiving dessert, sir. And I think we don't a lot of times, as I think, as women, and this is just my thoughts, okay? Y'all don't be trying to jump on me, but a lot of times we don't allow the space for our partners to do those kind of things.
Mm.
Because we be like, no, not right now. I'm over here trying to make this cake. Or no, not right now. I'm over here trying to make sure, like, no, take
Dump
a
your
moment.
titties in the cake batter and let it go.
Ayla, no, people gotta eat that.
I think Leo is saying we gonna make the cake and we gonna make space.
No,
We
you know
gonna
it's
do
Eat the
always
both.
cake
cake batter
first.
left
Get
over.
the
It's
cake.
always cake batter left over.
We're not gonna
Oh, you talking
contaminate the
about
cake batter.
The
leftover cake
leftover
batter.
cake
Okay,
batter, yes.
not the
Okay,
cake batter.
what they
Okay,
usually, will lick the spoon. Okay, got you.
there you go. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm like, damn, Ayla, we ain't gonna have no cake.
She said, "Dip your titties in the cake batter."
She said, go ahead, fuck the cake.
Oh shit!
I mean, but I can see her doing
Grandma
that
ain't
though.
got no sense.
I can. Same.
Listen, that's why
I
I'm
just
like, I
pictured the
can
whole
see.
thing. Okay, going down to Ayla's kitchen.
So let's talk about the role of foreplay during the holidays. Like, what do y'all feel like is the role or what foreplay and intimacy bring during the holidays if we're doing it the right way?
I think that so there is something that is like if you allow it to be, even with if you're a person that experiences a lot of grief and shit around the holidays, if you have a lot of family dynamic stuff, if you have a person or even just with yourself, right? Because love
Mm-hmm.
yourself first. Um, but I think that there is something magical around the holidays. You know what I mean? I think that if we really tap in, we are coming back home to ourselves. Maybe we're slowing down a little bit. We are spending more time with our family. And so I think that it creates an opportunity to get creative with some of your foreplay because you do. Most of us have a little bit more time off, right? And so you have time to like not just make it a quickie, but maybe it's the time that you use to do some pleasure mapping on your partner's body, and maybe they pleasure map your body, and so you can get to know each other a little bit deeper in that physical intimacy space through foreplay. And like we were just talking about, let that shit build for a while. Maybe it's day. Maybe you play with like some tantric sex. Maybe y'all tease each other Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then maybe you get to the yams on Thursday, on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That just made me think.
I can't hear you, Ayla. Oh.
You probably can't hear me,
No, we
but
can
I
hear you
know.
now.
That's better now.
Oh, I said that made me think. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love.
Yeah, that's my jam.
When I think about you. Oh, sorry. Um, but one of the articles that I was reading about sexual desires in the holiday season. Because guess what? They talk about this on Psychology Today. Okay, this how you know it
Mhm.
get real around the holiday time. That's why I was over here scrolling trying to find my article again. Because it said uh tw- it was a research that was conducted that's with almost 20,000 people,
Mhm.
and it indicated that virtually everyone struggled with sexual desire problems at least sometime during the holiday season.
Mhm.
Um, but then, I mean, some people have struggled with sexual desire overall, but it is increased during the holiday season. Um, Sexual desire is a multiply determined phenom. Um, it's a complex topic. It is because you up here really trying to figure out a bunch of these different things. I'm trying to find the part that I read earlier, and my mind was blown. Oh, it was talking about how mindfulness is something that a lot of us lack in general.
Mhm.
But then when it comes to the holidays, mindfulness is one of the top things that we lack. So
Mhm.
we aren't mindful of really anything during the holiday season except for we are hyper focused on food, gifts, travel, purchasing stuff, but
Yes.
I'll, not purchasing stuff. What I'm about, who I'm about for. I gotta buy stuff for people at work. I gotta buy stuff for the kids, the grandkids, my brothers, my sisters, and so that is a lot of pressure
It is.
on people during the holiday season. That is a lot of pressure to put on oneself. Let me tell y'all,
Mm-hmm.
it takes sometimes to be reminded that it's November, let alone that we right around the corner from the holidays. So yeah, I really haven't been mindful about the time frame either. And the holiday season, for me isn't the same like it used to be. So I really just kind of don't remember until I remember. So if me being a single person and I'm only thinking of the holiday in the way where it's like, damn, I didn't even think it was, oh, well, let me go buy my little stuff so I can make my dish or
Right.
my dishes. Think about people who have children, who have spouses, who have families all over the world that's come. I'm so grateful that my siblings right here up the street. I'm so grateful that, that we don't have to cook a whole lot. It's only a few of us.
Yeah.
And we get to chill and hang out and do whatever. And then I can come home and I ain't got to worry about nothing. But the reality for a lot of people is that they are stressed.
And we don't have to be though. So I think this, like what you're talking about with the mindfulness, I think it provides us with a great opportunity to reflect on what's really important
Mm-hmm.
to us.
Reflection and the key word that was in the article was intentionality. Being
Mm,
intentional. Intentionally making time to spend with your people, with your person.
yeah.
Um I think that's been my thing this whole year is just being more intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Being more intentional about, how I show up, what I say, what I do, but also being more intentional about spending time with my siblings and my nephews and things like that. But even being more intentional about spending time with myself because I am single, and so sometimes it'd be like, let me take you on a date, babe.
Girl,
I'll be looking in the mirror. Girl, you
listen,
looking good today. Won't you back that ass up?
itching
But
for a
also, let
date
me
right
take you on a
now
date.
for myself.
Yeah.
I just bought myself an outfit. I'm like, oh, I'm about to wear this and I'm about to be cute. And I don't know where I'm going yet, but
And don't. Because I bought stuff. Damn, I just thought about that when you just said, I just bought me some stuff.
and look, and I caught a sale today at Barber's New Beginnings, the bra spot. When you got the big
Hmm.
girls, they got a sale until the 30th. Okay. Go because it's expensive. But yes. I'm like, it's
I was
gonna
about to say, girl.
yes. About to take my time, get myself ready, and take
Yeah,
myself
I said
somewhere.
I was gonna do. I'm the artsy fartsy kind of girl, so I think I'm a get a little cute and go find me a pottery class or something.
Ooh.
Something along them lines, something where I can still be creative but also be outside. Um, but that even with that, and then making it a whole thing, making it a big to do
Mm-hmm.
about me because a lot of us don't do that. And so when we start to create that habit or that intentionality about ourselves and about what we do and about how we show up for ourselves, we are not going to be able to be in the presence of people who don't do that same thing for us or with us or be intentional about us. And so when we have a partner, that energy is going to transfer from me to we. I'm intentional about us,
Fact.
meaning I'm intentional about me, and I'll take care of me for me if you take care of you for you, and
Mm-hmm.
then we'll take care of each other. So you got to be mindful of that even before you get to the point of being with somebody. You have
Yes.
to be intentional. You have to be mindful. You have to do the things that most of the time you probably be like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going out nowhere by myself. Because let me tell you, if it's one thing your girl gonna do, she gonna be by herself some damn well. I went to my first concert by myself this year.
Listen.
Had a ball. Went to go see Maxwell, Jasmine Sullivan in October, London. Okay.
I will go
$40 ticket.
myself.
I love taking myself out on dates, like getting
On
dressed
dates,
up and doing stuff in
on
public.
vacations.
I absolutely love that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say, Ayla, you might have to go out and come back in because you echoing.
Is it her or is it me?
That's Ayla.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
I
I
feel
think
that.
that's me.
Yeah, it's you,
Is it me?
Ayla.
No, it's Ayla. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I had always said that, like, for Mother's Day, I wanted to be alone on a beach with a good book and a cocktail. And I made that shit happen. I took myself to Puerto Rico and I was alone on the beach with a good book and a cocktail.
Okay,
Um,
Puerto Rico.
Listen. So yeah, being intentional about taking care of yourself and meeting your own desires first, and really that will pour over into everything, especially in the holiday season. It will be so much easier for you to give to your loved ones and to spend time with your loved ones when you are spending time with yourself and giving yourself the time that you need. And
Yep.
if you have your needs met and you are taking care of yourself, you bought yourself the pair of shoes that you needed to have this year. You know, whatever your things are, right? When you have that, it's nothing. I don't want to say it's nothing.
But it's nothing.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? It's not.
like
It's nothing. But it's nothing.
yeah, because I got to I my needs are met. I'm good. Absolutely, I can share my love with you.
Yep. And I think that's the other part of it is like, if we're intentional and mindful and focused on the right things within ourselves, like you said, it just makes it all the more possible for us to be like, you, babe, psst, psst.
Come here. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's easier.
Swear. Mhm.
And I can be more fluid. I can be more willing and at ease and
Present.
um present, yeah, with you. And because I've been doing it for myself, a
Mhm.
lot of people are looking for someone else to fill their cup without necessarily filling it themselves first.
Yes.
Like,
This is
you
so
gonna walk
good for
around with
our
an empty
segment.
ass cup.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna walk around with an empty ass cup because
Dry.
you waiting for somebody else to post something in it that you should have been pouring in it yourself. So do all of that, okay? All the things.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I can say is that I've traveled by myself a lot of places. And so I'm ready for the intentionality of planning a vacation with me and
With
my
your
baby.
parent. Yes.
Yeah, like I like my thought processes when it comes to those kind of things. It's like, I'm
Mm,
ready.
for
Ready.
real. And I will
Ready
legit
for
be like,
that.
hey, I need you to take off work these days.
But I'm also ready, and this is the other thing. Like, remember last week we talked about I love you and goodbye. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm ready
Oh,
for,
that was so good.
yeah, I'm ready for the people that are so ready to see me smile. The
Mm-hmm.
people that are ready to see me like live.
Oh, can I read this thing I read today? It
Sure.
just made me think about, oh, when you said that, the people that are ready to see me smile. Um, it's talking about a soulmate. It says, we are made of billions of stories. Find someone who inhales the scent of your pages, who scours word after word of your epic, who bows at your every chapter, who meets your end and starts again.
Come on with another chapter. Because while we waiting, I love that.
But even like if you finish the book, if you quote unquote finish the book, I'm your favorite book.
And you're gonna
You're
start
gonna
all
go
over
back to the
again from the
beginning and
beginning.
read over
And you're
and
gonna learn
over
something new.
again.
That's the thing
Learn
about reading the
something new
books again.
every time.
Yep. That's the thing
Scouring
about reading the
word for word. What? Try me. That's all I have to say.
It's a poem by this poet out of Memphis.
Mm.
And he said, our words are just words are just worlds that we take L's for. And it was the context in which he said it was like, no,
Words
like
are just worlds
that we take L's for. Because, you know, there's an L in word,
Yes.
in worlds. Yeah.
I'm just like,
I'm going to send it to you. I got to find it. But
yeah,
it is
I want that
on.
whole context.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's such a poem where it is like, shit. It's talking about love.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it and play it on here real quick. But it be like, yes, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that good stuff.
Come on.
Because yes. Let me see. Hold on. But shout out to Jada Street. He's an artist, one of my favorite artists out of Memphis. And it was on his album. I saw the guy actually perform it live. I went to Memphis one year for my birthday. He performed it live, and I was like, oh my God, yes. But then the poem was actually on his album, and I was like, yes. But I'm gonna find it. We're gonna keep talking. I'm gonna try to find it so I can make sure that we indulge in that tonight before we leave up out of here. Because it's worth the indulging. Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't listen to so much of his music. Let me see.
You said his name was
J Discreet.
J Discreet. Okay, I heard Jada Street.
J Discreet. Like Jada Street,
Got
but
it.
discreet.
J Discreet.
Yup.
Bet.
Okay. I'm gonna have to keep. Oh, maybe it's this one. Yes, here we go. I knew it was this. I knew it was one of these albums. Let's see. Let me turn this on. Let's see what my thing is.
I was down, below the divinity that is me, and she saw me. I was out of the familiar mundane named reality, and she touched me. Consumed by or with, maybe from anger, I was angry, and she let me be angry. She remembered me and loved him as a reminder, but he was hurt, and I didn't need them. So I punished her for being who I needed her to be, bold, brave, and a bit crazy about me. I'm a high energy lover who's lazy at love, leery of love, left lonely by love. I'm as experienced in love as I am at alone. Afraid I don't have enough fear to survive. I worry about being too carefree. I hate that I love so much. Funny, sad spoken word written in silence and separation. The sentence is given from the brokenhearted. She had earned all of me by asking for none of me. Ever had someone love you before you even knew the you they loved? Worlds are just the words we're willing to take L's for. A lost love returned to rekindle the flickering light within me. Left without lantern, she relit my wick and shielded the world's wind until passion burned again. Only an amazing muse can make a maze amusing. I long to be lost again in her different world.
That was good. So
Only amazing muse can make a maze of music.
So he's talking about a
Sexy.
lost love that we take L for. So this is a lost love. That was good.
It's
Mhm.
that ending line be like, come on, sir. Let me lay out on the floor. Okay. Somebody cover me with a sheet. Because what? Only an amazing muse can make amazing music.
Mm.
Man.
So yeah,
And
you
then
gonna
the
send
part
it
where
to
he
us?
said, huh?
You gonna send that to us?
Yes, I can
Right,
send
I
it to
know.
y'all.
Thank
Yes,
you very
as
much.
you said, because yeah,
Yes, I can
I
send it
mean,
to y'all. But also even just the part where he said, um, have you ever had somebody love the version of you that however he put it?
that love the version of you before you knew, love you before you knew that version of you, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yes, yes.
Ooh.
Yes, right.
You loving
Oh,
the future me.
listen, the me that you know that I am, that I don't even know that I am yet.
Come on. Cause people love to talk about loving somebody's potential.
Boy,
You know what that just
But that's
reminds
not even potential. That's
it's
like
not.
you're already doing the thing. You're
You
already
can't even
doing the
see that you right.
things.
You can't even see that you are this yet. So it's not potential. It is like, no, I see this in you, and you
it's the
already
person
It's
are
you're,
this.
like when
you're becoming.
somebody is already an artist, but they refuse to call themselves an artist.
Yes, that
That's
imposter
what it's like.
syndrome shit.
Yeah.
Yes, but when he said, "When I was angry and she let me," that is some love, and that is some love from someone who loves themselves and is secure with themselves. Because if I'm not secure with me and I don't love me, I can't let you be angry. Because oh my God, why you mad? And what did I do? You know what I mean? And we spiraling. But sometimes that is so loving. Sometimes people just need space to feel their
Yeah.
feelings without you taking it personally.
Mhm.
That was a lovely poem.
Girl, every time I hear it, like I just be up like, yep,
Hmm.
yep. Because even when he performed it, it was just like, God damn, sir, wait, wait. Okay, dear. Because he makes you feel every part of that. But I I wanted y'all to hear that because it's simply those things that we need to focus on. Those things that we need to be mindful of and intentional about. Because during the holiday season, yeah, it's a lot going on. But I want to be able to come to you and say, baby, I'm angry, and you let me be angry.
Yeah.
Or I want to be your muse. I want to be your muse that in every step of everything that you do, like I am the inspiration for it. Do you know how fucking beautiful that is to be someone's muse?
Mhm.
Shh.
To be
Oh,
someone's reason.
don't get in the damn comments talking about some hey aunties.
Wait. Auntie Cheryl,
Where's
what
your
you
ass
doing,
at?
girl?
Talking about some hey aunties.
Yeah. I was just thinking about her about 5 minutes ago. Like, dang, she ain't said nothing. Where
Ain't
she
right.
right? What's
Um,
going on?
my car situation said always let her know she is the most important chapter in your book, not to skip, and a page you can read over and over until you get a better understanding of her, like a verse in the Bible.
Mm,
Come on, Bible verse.
yes.
Because listen,
He said
mm,
she's words to live by. I
words
love
to
that.
live.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So, okay, I'm sorry. That poem gets me every time. Every time. Okay,
You know what?
okay.
Can I just say real quick? I just want to give the three of us and Auntie Michelle too. She ain't, even though she ain't on here. The four of us, the aunties, our props because we are four Black women who have been through some shit, and we are still such lover girls.
Absolutely.
We are
Girl,
soft and squishy and warm and just oozing with so much love for ourselves and to give others. Like, I love that for us, y'all.
absolutely.
Because ain't nobody got enough power to make me bitter. Okay.
Baby, listen.
That part. Say that.
Because I might be upset, I might be angry, but you ain't about to make me bitter.
Absolutely.
Taurus, what?
Mm-mm.
Not towards love. I be angry
Wrong.
at your
'Cause
ass
love is always with me. I carry it everywhere I go. I still feel it even when you're not here. It's cool.
because
I ain't
that's
mad.
what I am.
I am.
I tell people
Love
that
is
all the
good.
time. I was born in love. I was created in love, born in love, raised in love. Therefore, I am love.
Am. Period.
It ain't. You can't tell me that I'm not. And the way, like you said, we do, like I think that's the part of us where even when we're talking about certain things or different dynamics of relationships, we always come back to that part where we like, we always be doing this.
Mhm.
Like,
Definitely.
because it's something about feeling
Mhm.
that makes you feel like, oh my God, yes. Because we all want to feel like that shy little
Yes.
girl on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like that's a real feeling, fellas, just in case y'all didn't know. Like, we really do love that feeling. We love that cared for feeling, that nurtured feeling. Because even though y'all be trying to act like y'all don't know what it is to be nurturing, y'all are very nurturing.
Yeah. It be some bullshit. Like don't like just don't. I would rather you be like, I just don't want to give you that energy than for you to be like, I don't know how to, because that's crazy. That's not true.
Because
Y'all
that's not true.
It's not. Y'all
It's
got
not
to
true at
understand.
all.
Y'all love y'all mamas and y'all love y'all sisters and y'all daughters. Like black men, the way that black men love, don't tell us that. Quit lying. Just say, I just ain't really feeling it in this space. And that's cool.
And you don't have, or you, like you said, you don't have the energy for it. But then
Yeah.
also let it be known that I'm just not the person you want to give it to, because
That
that's
and it's
basically what it
okay.
is. It's okay if I'm not that person you want
That's
to give it to.
ultimately what it is.
And that's
Yeah.
all right, because you can go and give it to who you want to give it to, and I can receive
Please.
it and give it to the person that wants to give it to me, and I can pour it back into them. I
Boom.
think we talk about that often, how people be wasting their
Hmm.
time. Because I was listening to something today, and he was saying a lot of men just waste y'all time because they want feminine energy around them. That's it.
Mhm.
They just
And
want
that's what I
to.
was just about to say. Listen, I was waiting for you to get done. But I was just about to say, don't come over here just trying to soak up all of this feminine energy because you miss it. Or
Mm.
you haven't had
Or
it,
you
or
haven't
you
had
don't
it.
have the capacity to be able to receive,
Mm.
uh or you don't even have the divine male energy to be able to
For this to
uh
be an even
attract
exchange.
to attract that kind of energy. Like, some people have gotten to a point where it's like, oh, I just need this energy around me a little bit, so I'm gonna go where I know it is overflowing.
Mm.
And they may not even recognize that I'm taking, no, baby, I know that you over here soaking up this sun.
Energy vampire.
Because you're not pouring anything back.
Mhm.
It's
But you know
easy
what
to see.
though? I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead, babe.
No, you go ahead.
Um, so book club plug. PGC Media has a book club called the Book Nook.
And we do,
Okay.
and we
Y'all come
do.
and join us. We are currently reading The Four Agreements with the companion guide. But along those lines, same author, I finished The Mastery of Love. And oh dang, I got excited and my brain left me. What was I about to say? Oh, dang. I got excited. I did the plug and lost what I was going to say. It'll come back to me. Ayla, you
You were
remember?
talking about the book, so more than likely, maybe you were thinking about The Mastery of Love or The Four Agreements, something within one of
Yes, it
those.
was something in the Master of Love, but we were talking about what before that? One of y'all said something that triggered it.
Ayla.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I say?
Oh, dang. It'll come
Damn.
back. It's okay.
I
It'll
said
come
something
back.
about I said something about it's okay if no. I said something about the one in our feminine energy, and then Leo piggybacked
Yes.
off of that about
Yes.
wanting
Thank
our
you.
feminine energy and not being
That
able
did
to
it.
give the masculine energy in return.
Yes. That did it. First of all, yes, getting that masculine energy in return, because sometimes it's okay, and then that's just a friendship, right? Where we are able to come together, and you're filling that masculine space for me, and there's an exchange of that energy. But there's a chapter in the Master of Love called the Magical Kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Look, okay, so essentially all the love that you need and have is within you, right? So if you had a magical kitchen, you could have any kind of food that you wanted. So if somebody comes and they're only offering you a certain thing, but you like, but I got all of this, right? It doesn't really matter. That person can come and feel your love and your energy and maybe not necessarily be bringing you anything. But again, going back to what I said earlier, when you are meeting your own needs and you are pouring into yourself and doing what you need to do for yourself and knowing that you are the love, that you are so lovable, you are loving, like it's nothing. Like I'm not even tripping that you want to be over here near me because I am the sun. It is warm over here. I know that it feels good over here because I feel good over here in my energy.
And
So
I
how
do.
no look, I look, I feel good over here. I'm almost like about to cry because I know it feels good because I'm good. So I don't even care. Like it's cool. You come over and get a hug. It's fine. I can hug you and it's nothing. So I think sometimes we get caught up in it's interesting. My doctor actually was telling me about this. I don't know how he be knowing all my business, but he was like, you just have to like not get caught up in what somebody else is gonna do for you in return. So I think society, the way that we look at things, everything is so tit for tat. It's so transactional,
Transactional.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if I'm doing this, if you do this for somebody, then they ought to at least be doing all of this for you, right? And we just lose that human connection. So if I feel moved to share my love in a particular way with someone, whatever that looks like. Maybe that looks like me just calling to check on them. Maybe that looks like I'm going to take them out to dinner or send them some money for lunch. Whatever. If I choose to share that, I don't need to be sitting because it drains me to be sitting and waiting and hoping that that person then does something for me. That's not why I did it. I did this because I wanted to share a piece of my love with you. Period. Now, whether you choose to reciprocate that, beautiful. If you don't, that's okay.
You could get a piece of my love waiting for you. Girl, it's true. But I listen, I definitely understand and feel that um as far as like the reciprocity and things like that, because a lot of things have become very transactional. And so I think that's why when people are truly genuine in situations, people don't know how to receive them.
Mm-hmm.
Um uh I get that a lot. Like, when I'm connected to people or talking to people or uh genuinely, concerned or making sure that I am present for people, that a lot of times is questioned or met with resistance. simply because a lot of people don't know how to receive that kind of thing or don't know how to receive that kind of energy. So a lot of times it's like, no, what you want for real though? and it's usually from men, from Black men that often don't know how to receive that kind of energy without expecting or thinking that there is an expectation for them to give something in return. And it's genuinely like, nah, just be yourself over here, baby. You know, like it's enough sunshine to go around. Not in that way, but it's enough sunshine to go. I ain't passing around that sunshine, but you know, I am the sunshine. Okay.
You
But
brought
I
us
think a
up.
lot of times, huh? What you say?
I just started singing. I started singing.
Oh. I just think a lot of times we get so caught up in the bullshit of it all. Because the more like and it's funny because we have a podcast, but I also be tired of podcasts. You know, like I get tired of the divisive podcasts that make it seem like Black men and women don't love each other or aren't thriving together, building together, growing together, loving on one another, all of those things, creating happy homes, having bomb ass businesses, and
Yeah.
all of that. Even some of the ones that are on panels and doing all of this conversation and stuff have been found out to be fraud. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn. You
Mm,
on here spreading all of this information that you aren't even living yourself. So allow Black men and Black women to be and love and commune and gather and create legacy and have
mm.
intimacy and foreplay and love in a for real way. Just because you over there, man, ain't nobody rubbing on your butt or
Uh,
or your balls. Either one. You know what I'm saying? Stop being bitter.
that part.
Stop being bitter. Um, but yeah, that's so good. That's so good. Let me go back to the notes. I don't even know what we supposed to be talking about
I
right
know.
now.
We sidebarred like a mug. It happens sometimes. How y'all doing? Thanksgiving is coming while Leo's checking our notes. Tell us how y'all doing in the comments. How y'all feeling about the holidays? Are y'all doing any specific things and playing with foreplay and getting intimate? I want to know. Tell us what's going on. Y'all
Ooh,
still there?
wait, can y'all hear me?
We can.
Okay,
Yeah.
I made it. I made it, y'all.
Welcome
All
home,
right,
Ayla.
I got it. Hey, I got it together, y'all. So I was gonna say something, but my phone was doing the most and it was dying, so I was rushing and it messed up my ankle, y'all.
Oh, trying to get back in the house.
Trying to get back in the house because I had something to say and I didn't want to forget. Because I would forget. But when we were just talking about, I know we're gonna go back to the topic, but everything that you were saying, Joy, about like loving yourself and pouring that out to people. I have likened myself to be a walking vessel of love. So with that, it's learning to pour it in, be the vessel, be an overflow of love, right? For myself.
Yeah.
And then that way, when the stuff overflows, I can give it to others. And being mindful of who I'm giving it to. Because I have definitely given the overflow of my love to people who were not deserving of it. And that was the childhood trauma in me, right? Out here giving away the love to the people that didn't deserve it because I was still fighting the demons of the people who I was trying to love when I was a kid. So I'm not giving it to all these random people that don't need it, like, exes, stuff like that. But I like to liken myself to a walking vessel of love. And I know sometimes I agree that Black men, especially when they're not receiving it or haven't witnessed it, it makes them uncomfortable. and they don't know what to do with that. They don't know how to receive it. They don't know if it's real. They are like, it got to be something wrong with you. It might be. I could be a little weird. Okay, I'm a nerd. I'm weird. I could be a little crazy sometimes. Not crazy in a bad way, but just like I'm random. So either you're gonna embrace it or you're not. But I think us being able
That's
to,
too good to be true.
yeah, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
So it's like either you're gonna embrace it or you're not. And I think that's just all of us becoming honest with ourselves and saying, yeah, this is too much for me. It's not something that I'm used to or I can receive. So let me move myself away from this situation, as opposed to steady trying to drain this person of this love that they have and take all of it for myself when I know I have nothing to offer in return.
Right.
All right, what's up, Leo? Because your ass is over here cracking deep up.
I mean, I said we had to turn our camera off.
Girl, she is over here cackling.
I don't know. I got sidetracked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
You back?
All
right, we're trying to get to the yams, y'all. We back trying to get to the yams.
I'm trying to find my way to the yams.
We trying to find our way back to the yams, y'all.
Trying to get to the yams.
Hey.
Yams. I should have posted that video, Ayla.
Oh, you were supposed to.
I couldn't find it. It was so good. If
so
you
long
see
ago.
how much shit is in my phone. And I can remember the time frame. I'm like, was that March or was it December?
Dang, what was that?
Or was it January? I can remember the time frame to scroll back and look for it, but I'm gonna try to look for it.
Somebody sent it.
I was the one recording it.
Okay, so you sent it.
Yeah, I recorded
it.
There we go. The art of subtle foreplay.
I literally just scrolled and it was about to say it. Okay, go ahead.
Keeping the spark alive. Okay. So, foreplay isn't always sexual. Okay? Just so y'all remember that.
Say it one more time for the people in the cheap seats.
Foreplay is not always sexual. Okay?
It is not.
Yes.
So, small gestures really, really do.
On the show.
Nope, not even that. Not even that. If you know your person just did all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the prepping, all of that, you doing the dishes, you cleaning the kitchen, you putting the kids to bed, is going to allow her that moment of rest
without her having to ask you.
Yep.
And for our people, vice versa.
Fact.
Because you know that's coming. What if he cook? Vice versa.
Then no brainer. Come on, y'all.
That part make my eye twitch.
I saw your eye go over here.
What did he do? What he been? Shut up. Shit. What old boy that's on tonight's conversation that be doing when he do his video? Well, what if you telling me? He always do that little finger. Fontaine, that's his name.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you keep asking me about. That's how he be moving when he do the girl voice,
imitating the women.
Girl voice. I don't know why you keep trying to ask me to do stuff. It's always that one finger and all of this. But it is. I'm gonna send y'all a video so y'all can see what I'm talking about. That's his girl voice. And I think her name is, he be like Tawanda. I don't know why I remember that name,
Tawanda.
But he always be like, listen here, Tawanda. Sorry, y'all. It get weird up here sometimes. So sorry, not sorry. I really sidebar. I really wish I could explain my brain to people, but it's hard.
No, you
So,
are
yeah, that's
you
that.
are a vessel is not the word I want to use. You are a it's a word and I can't find it right now, but when I find it, I'm gonna send it to you. But that's what you are, but you're full of like wisdom. You're something full of wisdom. I just can't find out the word I want to use.
Girl, it just be so like
You have a lot. Like
I be
you're an
feeling like
artist.
Rain Man over here.
You're an artist, so it makes sense. Like when you're an artist, it's all you see stuff in color.
It be a lot happening.
You see
up
stuff
here.
in song. It's a whole it's a whole movie going on in your head. It's a lot going on. Trust me, I get it.
I literally explained a situation that happened to the aunties, and I was telling them how, as the situation was playing out, there were movie clips popping into my head. Like, oh, this remind me of this part of that movie. Oh, this remind me of this part of that movie. Oh, this remind me of this song. Oh, I should have been singing this. But then in my brain, nobody would understand because nobody could see the clips. And so I had to literally go find the movie clips and show them the movie clips and told
that
them,
you was thinking about.
y'all, this is what happened when this was happening. And this the clip that was going through my brain when this was happening.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I be feeling real ADHD, 80, as my sister said, 80. ADHD.
Oh, okay.
ADHD. Yeah. Hopping back over to the conversation at hand. My card situation said, understand every day you wake up to one another, you will not be the same as yesterday, and you will learn them forever as you will.
Absolutely.
Come on, my card situation.
Come on,
stay curious.
You better speak.
There's so much to be said when you stay curious about your partner. That keeps foreplay interesting too. You know, and like
because one thing I'm gonna do is be a different person.
Yeah, and what you were talking about, Leo, with like foreplay is not always sexual, right? So it's not necessarily touching me. It's you touching me without ever touching me. Right? And continuing to like learn that person every day. So you're going to grow, especially if you're in a long-term relationship. That person is going to grow and change. And so what works for them now, especially, okay, so let's use the example of children. If somebody's cooking. Once upon a time, y'all didn't have children. And it was just the two of you. And so that relationship dynamic was one thing then. And then you add children to your relationship. And now things are different. So the things that I need for you to touch me now feel different.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Like, it's rocking my world when I see you wearing our baby and washing the dishes. So maybe that's how you touch me without touching me. You know what I mean? Maybe it's you letting me sleep in because this little baby didn't kept me up all night. And so you just take that little baby on somewhere else so I can sleep. You know what I mean? Like maybe it is you paying attention to my favorite pen. And you notice that I buy this certain type of pen. And maybe I mentioned, you know, dang, my pen ran out of ink today or whatever. And you buy me a new pack of pens.
That I think that's the part for me is that I'm usually that person to other people. It's very rare that
somebody's that.
Yeah, I receive that kind of energy. So when I do, I'd be like, oh, wow, you were really listening to me, huh?
Listen, I would probably ugly cry so hard. I might even
listen.
To know that you're being heard.
And then you turn around and then I got it and I ain't have to take care of it myself.
To know that you're being heard.
Woo.
Because that's a big thing for me.
Paid attention to.
Yeah.
When I talk about
want to give you some
therapy. Yeah, I talk about that a lot with my therapist because I be like,
She
bro,
didn't hear me, Ayla.
what you say?
She didn't hear me.
No, she
Maybe
didn't.
one of y'all did. She didn't hear me. I said, then I want to give you some head. But then go ahead.
And do, okay.
And do.
Absolutely.
It's going to be back here. Okay.
And will.
Knock a hole up and through that thing. Okay.
Assume the position.
I want to be like a piggy bank when we through.
Listen.
You know the old
Not a piggy
bank
bank with the hole in it. The hole in at the back of the head. I gotta plug it back up.
Put that thing and you
gotta
gotta spin
plug
it.
it.
You gotta
plug it up.
You gotta put that little plug in there and twist it so it'll go in there all the way. Cause what?
That's wild business.
Be intentional. And that's the thing. Like even going back to the topic, like doing those kind of things and being intentional with your person.
Yes.
You heard her say she needed to I need to stop and get some full pans and I need to get some full and I need some brown sugar. And I need to go back out. And you went out. And instead of her having to go do it, you already went and did it and got some other things and came back to the house. She on her way out and you like, I already got it. Go on in.
Got it. Or maybe she put it on her to-do list for the next day, but you about to go shoot pool with your boys. So you just come home with it. Come on. That part.
All of that. All of that. Or maybe something just as like, it's that time. And because we all know when that time comes for us, we can be 17 different women in one day. Okay. But that time is coming around, it's approaching. So she like her snacks, her Chipotle, her whatever. And you make sure that she is stocked with the things that she likes or that she needs during that time. She got her Midol. She got her ginger ale.
Stay near her.
Yeah.
Stay near her. Don't
you're not running from her. And
I'm gonna give you your stuff over here. No.
But it's literally being intentional. Everything that we're describing is being intentional about your person and making sure that just like they're taking care, like they take care of you, you're taking care of them. And you're actively saying like, look, I see that you are in a need or in a want or you're lacking or you know what I'm saying? Like you're having a long day and I just want to
just a little full.
Yeah.
My plate's just a little more full right now.
Plate just a little bit more full.
I'm definitely
and I have capacity. So let me
go ahead. Yeah, I'm really that. I love that parallel. That's what we call it when we in teaching preschool, parallel play. But that's what I love, like with my partner. Like you over there and I'm over here. We in the same room doing our own things, but you right here.
But you right here.
Close.
Oh, where we can be alone together
and not say nothing.
That's my favorite song.
Because it's a comfortable, it's a safe space.
Yeah.
It's a safe space. It's not boring. It is
presence.
Yeah.
There's so much to be said about someone simply showing the fuck up and being present with you. They ain't gotta bring you nothing. They ain't gotta dance and twirl and stand on their heads. I'm not asking you to entertain me. I'm not asking you to spend money. Can you just show up and be present?
You don't have to
here with me in this space.
And
you over there watching the game and I'm coloring.
Period.
And I don't want to have to do that either. I don't want to have to entertain. I don't want to have to shuck and jive or tap dance for you to recognize that I'm over here. Like, hey,
I'm magical as fuck, even when I'm not entertaining you. Like,
because even when I'm not on, I'm on.
Period.
I should put that on Sure.
You should. You should.
Yeah, my brain really has been really random lately. But that's also how I know I'm in a good space, when my brain just be all like random.
Mm-hmm.
Free.
That's how I know I'm in a good mental space.
Yeah, free. Like you said, Joy, free.
Yeah, because if I'm not in a good mental space, that randomness will not happen as often. So, thank you, God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, big guy.
I
said, thank you, big guy.
Listen, thank you, big sandals. What we got here? Touch me without touching me is like going to the gas station asking if they want something. She say a Snicker and you ask her which one, then getting any kind. Listen, don't come out of there with no peanut butter Snicker, because we gonna have to tussle. Mama, she said, just checking in. You okay? Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch MSNBC.
That's pretty much how it go. Yeah, you alive? You need something? No? All right.
That's
and again, just kind of going back to the whole being intentional or paying attention. If we're doing things, like one of the things that my ex, he really had a thing for like real cold ass Pepsis. Okay, that was his thing. He loved to drink with his meal. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I will cook dinner, that Pepsi in the freezer while I'm cooking. When it's done, he get home. It's to the point where it's almost frozen, but it's frothy. He got a mug.
And don't freeze the glass too.
Yeah, you gotta freeze
keep a mug in the freezer.
Gotta freeze
the mug
the
is frosty. All of that kind of stuff. Those are the kind of things that people be like, man, you really be listening to me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You really be paying attention. You really care. All of that kind of stuff. And so stop thinking that those things are little. Yeah, stop thinking that those things are super little. Yeah. Yeah, stop thinking those things aren't necessary either. And then that's what's going to continue to increase that connection, increase that love, increase that intentionality about you, all of that good stuff. Hey, Katrina.
It builds a lot of that. Happy Thanksgiving, girl.
Happy Turkey Day. Hey, Devin.
Hey, Devin, boo.
I wanted to make sure I got everything and everybody's. I don't want to leave nobody out. But do me a favor, y'all. While y'all watching, make sure y'all hit that like, that share, that subscribe, and that follow button. Okay? Wherever you are watching from, make sure you hit one of the buttons over there. Okay? You on YouTube,
don't take that long.
Subscribe and that share. And then if you are on Facebook, hit that like. Don't just hit the blue. Don't give me that blue thumb energy. Give me that heart energy, that love and energy. But make sure you share this with your peoples. Make sure you continue to share. Again, we want to thank y'all for helping us reach 10K streams. Okay. And then also reaching the number 1 spot on the top 25 plus size podcast to watch. So make sure you check us out. Okay. And then check us out on all your podcast streaming platforms. Just so y'all know, the PGC Tuesday show is only a few episodes away from 200 episodes total. So go hit all them buttons. Go hit all of the buttons to do all of the things and listen in all of the ways. Okay? And then come back. We'll be here.
Join us. It's good over here. It feels good over here.
It's beautiful.
It's cozy. It's warm. It's loving. Okay?
Yes.
You might get cussed out a little bit, but that's okay. It's with love.
It's with love. Okay. But Auntie Joy, is you ready?
I am. Oh, let me find my
Auntie
little
Joy got her segment going on. She got her segment going on. Let's get into the mindful caress with Auntie Joy.
Hey y'all. So, I've been talking about this book forever. So, I'm about to read this little excerpt from the Mastery of Love book. And also, again, I'm going to plug the book club, the Book Nook with PGC. Join us. We are reading the Four Agreements now. But as we are talking about foreplay and intentionality in our relationships, Leo gave me a really great plug earlier as she was talking about the article on Psychology Today and how a lot of us are not mindful and are not being intentional about our connections, or even mindful and aware of what we are feeling and going through. So I'm going to share this with y'all. It's from the Seeing with the Eyes of Love chapter in the Mastery of Love book. Look at what you do with your own body. If you reject your own body, what can other people expect from you? If you accept your own body, you can accept almost everyone, almost everything. This is a very important point when it comes to the art of relationship. The relationship you have with yourself is reflected in your relationships with others. If you reject your own body, you are sharing your love. When you are sharing your love with your partner, you become shy. You will think, look at my body. How can he love me when I have a body like this? Then you reject yourself and make the assumption that the other person will reject you for the same thing you reject in yourself. And when you reject someone else, you reject him for the same things that you reject in yourself. To create a relationship that takes you all the way to heaven, you have to accept your body completely. You have to love your body and allow your body to be free to just be, to be free to give, to be free to receive without being shy, because shy is nothing but fear. As we're talking about like foreplay and intimacy issues, I feel like that's such a big part, especially around the holidays. And we can be triggered where we're thinking we're going to see people we haven't seen, or we're going around our families and they always commenting on our bodies. Oh, you didn't lost weight. Oh, you didn't gain weight. You need to eat. You just a sack of bones. Whatever it is that they're saying, right? It reinforces, or it gives us insecurities, but then reinforces that. So as you're going into the holiday season, I just invite us all to like give our bodies some gratitude and love our bodies. And when we're feeling at peace and feeling really good about ourselves, it's going to be easier for you to share those physically intimate moments with your partner. I also will encourage partners to be mindful about the insecurities that your person carries and like be gentle, maybe love on those parts a little bit more. Just to let them know that like you rock with them like that. That's all I got, y'all.
Okay, then.
I like that.
Listen, the mastery of love and how you out here laying in the flow.
I was several
No,
times.
because what you said was so. We often will look at ourselves a certain kind of way and would project that onto that's what somebody else views of me. And then now we're in our head about whatever it is. And they could tell us, like, that's beautiful. Like, no, I love that about you. Oh, that don't bother me. But because it's such an insecurity for us, we're pushing away or not even receiving the positivity around for us or around us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. I put the book in my damn cart. Now I gotta buy it and shit.
On Amazon, it's like $7.40.
It's like $7.
I know.
Y'all, I got so when I went to a lake house last month, and that's when I started reading this book. And I was so like angry for a moment, right? Because this $7 book contains so much simple and profound wisdom. I read through the first 6 chapters at the lake house, and I was like a completely different person coming out of there. It's just so it's easily digestible. Anybody can read it. The language is so simple to understand. The book it's worth it.
It is. All of his books. Let me see.
I love them. Seriously.
I have Beyond Fear, The 4 Agreements, Mastery of Self.
Oh, I gotta get Beyond Fear.
Oh yeah. That's a new one. I found that when I was in Texas for my birthday.
At that bookstore, that big old bookstore you went to?
Oh no, I went to like 3 different bookstores when I was down there for my birthday. That was Half Price Books, but it was like their superstore or something. And then I found
I think that's what you were telling us about, their superstore.
Yeah, and it was a little Black-owned bookstore in this little plaza, like a strip. It kind of reminded me of Fountain Square here. And it was it was just like a front end with a bunch of books, really cute, Black-owned. And that was one of the only books that I was like, because all these other stuffs, I'm probably not going to read it. But I knew my homie name on that book. I was like, let me get that one.
Right.
Yes, that one.
That name carries a lot of weight.
The Mastery of Self, the 4 Agreements, the 5th Agreement, the Mastery of Love, Beyond Fear. He has another one called The Voice of Knowledge. It's so many. So many. But they are like those little cheap books. But when you get done, you're like, damn, I feel like I didn't pay enough for this book. Like I feel like I should have paid a little bit more.
Infinite wisdom. It's like the stuff in those books is like it's the things that are known. Right? Like it's not it's just the things that are universally known that we all if we really take it back and peel back the layers, like we all know this. All humans do this before we start getting all the anyway. Just read the books, y'all. Join our book club.
Read the book
before all of us start allowing life to fuck us up.
Man, life and other people's opinions.
Yeah. People telling you what you should be and shouldn't be. You don't have to receive nothing. You don't have to believe anything that someone else tells you that you should or shouldn't be. Be who you say you are.
Or should or shouldn't do. Because your path is your own, regardless of what anybody else.
Absolutely. And that's what the 4 Agreements is about. It's about what we choose to agree
with.
Yes. And agree with. Yes. Y'all ain't ready.
We're gonna definitely have to do like after we finish the book, we're gonna have to do like a whole convo.
We are. That's the thing. We're gonna do a thing, but we're gonna also do it like live.
Okay.
We're gonna do the book.
It's the awareness that it brings. Man, I had a moment today where I was like, dang, and I text my friend. I was like, oh, I remember a time, and they were like, I'm glad you practicing that second agreement. I was like, look at me.
I didn't realize until recently that I've constantly been practicing being impeccable with my word. Because I tell people all the time, don't say that. Change how you say that.
Yeah,
I was just
absolutely.
telling my kids about that too. I always be like, watch your mouth.
Put that thing down, flip it in reverse, and stop putting that.
Or I'll tell
out
people if I'm
in
mad,
the atmosphere.
if I'm mad, I need to hold on. I don't want to talk about it right now because I gotta check myself. Because I know that I can say something and I will break somebody's whole spirit.
Break their spirit. I
ain't even trying to, I don't want to move like that. So let me go take a deep breath and make sure that this is not my shit. And if it is, let me deal with my shit.
But even some of the stuff that we use as continued rhetoric, like if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it's this, like be mindful of what you say, because
I was talking about that the other day.
Really, what you're doing is setting the other thing in motion to actually take place and happen. So I don't be saying none of that shit no more. I don't say I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. I ain't saying I'm broke. I ain't none of that.
Abundance. I ain't worried about nothing.
It's coming.
Peter and Paul paid.
That's what it is. Coming.
I started. I've been doing that with me and my sister a lot lately because we have picked. And the crazy thing is that I've learned we picked up the habits from the people around us or our family, our parents. You know what I mean? And there's and grandparents and the sayings that they would say, like, "Man, how you doing today, man? I'm here, man. I'm breathing, man. I can't complain." Man, I'm broke. I ain't got it. Nah, I ain't speaking none of that. I'm not speaking any of that. Like, that'd be nice to get, but I'd rather spend my money on something else. That'd be nice to have, but I'd rather spend my money on something else as opposed to saying, I ain't got money for that right now. I'm trying to get to the space of changing that because I'm learning that I'm seeing like some of the people that I literally watch, they don't say those things. That's not what they say. And they have enough to do what they need to do. They may have more than enough. I don't know. But they're able to take care of things and everything else because they like it's already handled.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, it wasn't for me to do.
Yeah. Yet. Wasn't for me to do yet.
It wasn't for me to do yet. It's not my time for that.
But baby, let me tell you what. I went to this little lake house and it kind of changed my life. And I was like, I gotta have a lake house now. I'm gonna have it.
I can't wait to come to your lake house.
Listen, I can't wait to invite you.
I'm gonna bring wine.
Listen, it's gonna be.
If Ayla gonna do one thing, she gonna bring some.
You're gonna bring the wine. Bring the wine, Ayla. I will count on you. And we have
the first time I met you, what I had tequila.
Tequila.
I didn't have wine. I had tequila.
And what I got sent home with after the photo shoot, 2 bottles of wine.
2 bottles of wine. I know that's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got 2 bottles.
I will bring the spirits.
I'm bringing the spirits. Trying to tell you.
We're gonna have a good time, y'all. We're gonna celebrate, okay?
That part.
It's gonna be the ultimate girls' sleepover at the lake house, okay? Matching and fuzzy slippers.
We gotta get the matching pajamas. Yes. I'm excited.
We need to do that anyway.
And cater food because we ain't cooking shit.
Oh.
But we gonna eat good.
Okay.
Look at Leo. Because her love language is cooking. What's going on?
I mean, okay, sis, like if you just want to and it's gonna bring you joy, I am not what you always say, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Get your yum on, girl. It's cool.
Girl, because that just makes my heart happy. That is the one thing that makes my heart happy, feeding people.
Well, come on. I'll eat it.
Be like, what? And listen, that's why I laugh when dudes be like, girls don't even be like, did you eat today? Because that's one of my first questions. Did you eat today?
Thanks.
Because if you didn't, that's why you angry. That's why you stressed.
That part, y'all.
That's why you stressed. That's why you tired.
Such a real thing. I had clients one time, if I may, and we always talk about nutrition, right? And when they were like explaining like what they eat in a day, I was like, y'all are hungry. And they were like, huh? Oh, you're not eating enough food. Like you need to eat more food, right? And so I was like, dang, okay. So they came back a month later, y'all, and they were like, we are amazed by how much less we fight. They were like, we were really just hungry. Like we noticed they were able to put the pieces together when they would get hangry, and then they would end up like spiraling into an argument. And then they start eating more, and they were like, this is the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It makes such a difference. We gotta eat, feed your brain.
Feed yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's an imbalance. Just like working out and releasing those endorphins and things like that, sex, having an orgasm and all that other stuff, those things are essential.
Yes.
To regulate your soul, regulate your spirit, regulate your
Your
mental,
physical health.
your physical,
too.
like it regulates you from head to toe.
It is a matter of wellness. Absolutely.
It's a matter of life or death, people.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it is. It's
It
a matter
really
of life
is
or death.
real.
Because sometimes we be ready to choke somebody out, and it's only because we ain't bust
We
that good
just
one.
need to bust.
We ain't bust the good one. We ain't ate good. We ain't slept good. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Take your nap.
Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed. Okay?
What Samuel Jackson say? Go to sleep.
Because at the end of the day, that's why a lot of us
eat.
be out here stressed.
Mm-hmm.
We be out here stressed because we hungry, we tired, and we ain't busting nut in a while.
And look, and maybe that's what your holiday date plan is. Maybe that's your holiday recovery plan. That y'all spend a weekend in bed, sleeping and busting nuts and eating good.
Ooh,
Sound really good, though.
damn, that sounds nice.
Too bad. Okay.
Girl, I'm going to go see Wicked the next day with my
Races at the
mama.
company. Picnic.
Hey, listen, I already done made plans.
I'm going to see Wicked the next day with my mama. Then that weekend, I'm just gonna clean, wash clothes. Like
girl. Let's not even talk about washing clothes.
You being good to yourself, though, Ayla. It counts.
Yeah,
that was for the couple, folks.
Oh yeah, for the couples, y'all enjoy.
I know, right? I just gave y'all a great suggestion. I would love to participate, but I too won't be.
I would love to be a part.
I won't even. I'll probably be over here.
Yet. It's the power of the yet.
I won't be yet.
Yet.
I mean,
Next
maybe
year.
around like Valentine's Day.
Come on, look, because I just bought me this fly ass red bra from Barbara's.
Maybe Valentine's.
Oh, come on, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Okay, red bra.
Maybe I'll have me a Valentine's this year.
Maybe I will too.
Definitely open to it.
If we do, we gotta drop a picture of their shoulder because I'm not showing nobody ever again.
Ever again. You right there, Ayla, huh?
I'm gonna show a finger.
Or nothing at all. You could just
or nothing at all. I probably won't show nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Pop
Listen,
out.
I'm gonna just pop out like. They gonna be like, "Wow, my daddy though." Yep.
Yep, that nigga.
Look, we are at that age. Ain't that something else?
Mm-hmm.
You could be your daddy or your son.
My
goodness.
Because it can be.
Because it can be.
Either or.
I don't know about the son, but definitely bring your daddy.
Girl, these 20-somethings.
Depending on the situation, it could be the granddaddy. Have y'all seen some of these granddaddies?
I have seen some of these granddaddies.
Period.
Papa and them. God dang, Papa.
Yes, I have.
And that's on what?
Period.
Poo.
Because yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, y'all.
Oh, I'm cold.
We're gonna get ready to get up out of here. It's only a few minutes. Thank y'all for putting up with my random brain tonight. That was something that I learned about myself. I learned when I'm in a really good space and I'm like not stressing as much, my brain just be like, hey, it just be doing stuff. So thank y'all for putting up with my monkey brain. Well, that's what it be called. Thank y'all for putting up with my monkey brain. And thank y'all for tuning in and joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and getting a little bit of information on what y'all could do to make your holiday a lot more easier, a lot more palatable, a lot more freaky.
Pleasurable.
I was just about to say a lot more freaky, a lot more pleasurable. And maybe you can pleasure somebody's palate. You know what I'm saying? So make sure while y'all out here doing y'all holiday shopping and all of those wonderful things that you are intentional about your person, about making sure that you are attending and intentional and mindful about one another.
Yes.
Because if you're mindful about them, they're going to be mindful about you. You dig? Okay.
Y'all gonna be good.
And somebody going to get to them yams.
Sweet yams.
Okay. Them sweet yams.
And then when y'all make a baby, y'all call me so we can talk about it.
That part.
That part. And if you need help getting to the pleasure, you can holler at your girl.
Hey.
Because I had some cards here I was going to show them, but I forgot. And I just looked at them.
Well, let's see. We still got some minutes.
See if I can pull it back. Bam.
What's that?
That's a position card.
It's position cards. And they rank from like highest to lowest.
Okay. More bounce to the down.
Yeah.
Highest to the lowest what?
So you see the thermometer? See the thermometer?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like basically from the easiest to the most difficult positions.
Okay. To try. Got you.
To try.
You know, I'll be forgetting about that pillow up under the lower back thing situation.
And it's like a wild card. The pillow under the back. If you got sciatica, okay. If you are what I want to say, inclined, they're tall, you're short, they're tall, whatever. That pillow is a beast. And it helps with the different hitting the different spots, the A spot, the G spot. Getting to that orgasm is easy.
I need to remember. I don't be remembering. So I hope you thinking about all that.
Don't nobody think about all until you get with somebody where you're like, y'all really, that knows, and not even that knows, but is willing to explore. Yeah. And you're trying to.
Okay, now.
Pablo.
It's the collective side for me.
Because he just, you know what I mean? Like, he can't never just let me live. And that be the thing. He won't never let me just be. My goodness. Anywho, that pillow, like you just don't know. You don't know all the things you can explore and do with your partner until you try.
Right. So the card deck, the purpose of it would be you pull the cards and then you try.
Pull the cards. Yeah. And you try it.
About the wild
and
card.
Then you know that way you know. Yeah. And then there's a wild card in there. And there's a few different games on there too. So it's like, this is one game. It's called Fortune Teller. This one is called Ultimate Fantasy. Unleash Your Fantasy and Lover's Libido. So it's like all different type of games and stuff that you can play, because this is also a really good way of getting to know your partner and then also getting to know yourself, because half the time we don't know what we like until we try it.
Yeah.
A good portion of the time we're intrigued. We like that look good. Everybody else can do it. I hear all these people talking about it, but it's out the norm. So you like, I don't want to do it. But then once you try it with somebody that you feel safe with, and you feel like is respecting your boundaries and really loves you or nourishes you, that shit become like it flows.
Yeah, that's why
like my homegirl.
That's why I always say I try anything once, twice to be sure, 3 times to really be sure.
And make space for that shit to be awkward while you trying.
Let it be. Laugh about it. Talk about it later.
Laugh about it. Don't laugh. Don't tease. But like, just make shit for the shit. It's gonna be awkward when you try.
Yeah, especially if you ain't never did it before.
That reminds me of that meme. It was like this guy and this girl was having sex and she fell off the bed and she hopped up and was like 5-second rule and got back in the bed.
And got back in the bed. I love that.
That is everything. Oh my goodness. I love her brain for being able to like grab that in that moment.
Absolutely.
That's great.
My homegirl, my best friend, sister, whatever, and her husband, they used to do all kind of stuff. Like they were like the epitome of like couples just doing shit. They used to do all type of stuff. Like they used to role play. She is the one who gave me the concept. I said, when I get into a relationship and this person is my person, they're gonna be like, what is happening? Because I'm gonna have wigs. I'm gonna change my voice. I'm gonna speak different languages. Like it's gonna be fun over here because that part of your relationship is very important. I don't care what nobody says. It's important. It is important. It's important. And it's important for your spirit. It's important for your psyche to know that you have that connection with that person and that person had that connection with you. And there's nobody else in that connection because it's so tightly bound that y'all are communicating, because communicating gonna be the main key. Communicate. I didn't like when you did that with your finger. Don't do that no more. But what you did with your tongue, yeah, do that again. You know what I mean? It's important. Yeah, it's important. And don't feel embarrassed or don't feel threatened, because I see a lot of men most times feel threatened when women tell them that they don't like a certain thing that they're doing, because a lot of women haven't expressed that or told them.
Right. And so they think it feels good to everybody.
Because they be out here thinking they king dingaling.
They thinking they king, and it's like, no, sir. Like you over there with that big old penis, and most of the vagina is is 6 inches, and you over there with 12, and you think this feels good to me. It does not.
It hurts.
Sir. You are in my esophagus. Get out of there.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No.
What's that lady on Get Out?
No, that was a lady. That was Consuela from Family Guy.
No, Family Guy. No. Okay, y'all. We up at this thing. When we come back, okay, because we're not gonna be here next week. Okay, we're gonna let y'all go ahead and enjoy y'all holiday. We're gonna enjoy ours, and then we're gonna get a little weekend break in. Then we're gonna come back ready for December, because we're coming in December, kicking down the door, waving the fofo.
Hey.
Okay. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Okay, sorry. But we coming back in December with a lot of dope ass stuff. Great ass shows to prepare y'all for that holiday. You know, the one where y'all be buying gifts and wearing matching pajamas and all of that kind of stuff. That's
so cute.
We're going to get y'all prepped and ready. We're going to give y'all a little tips and tricks. You know, we talked about intimacy and foreplay for the holiday season, but we're going to give y'all some little information on how to kiss, because some of y'all don't know how to kiss. So if you need to know
too many mistletoes out here.
And get ready to carry your mistletoe around and knock some socks off of Mrs. Claus's, because it's a couple of them out here. Come back next month, not next week. Okay? We gone next week, the week after. We coming back. We got a lot of great shows on Tuesday, Thursday Night Live, and Friday with the Crazy Rich Aunties. And then we got some new shit rolling out too, so you might want to go on over there and check out the page. The Fat Girl Chronicles, PGC Media, PGC After Dark. Go check them all out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like, hit that share. Pablo, nobody is fucking with you. We're not dealing with you. And then
you a ho.
Get prepared for the new year, because we got new stuff for the new year too. All right. So y'all go ahead, get y'all little turkey, go on and get stuffed. So you can get stuffed. Okay.
Okay.
Get your little stuffing so you can get stuffed. And then, prepare for our return. All right. We're going to come back with great shows, great conversations like we always bring y'all, in great segments. And we got new segments popping off starting in December. So get prepared. All right. We love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining us. And y'all know what I say. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole ass, y'all. We about this thing. We love y'all. Okay, bye.
Trust. Dependency. Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. Pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smiled, look in my eyes and tell me that you